Hello, hello. Look, this video guide is for today's class period. A couple things before we get started and working on our Socratic seminar prompts for Wednesday and Thursday is that the highly valuable Pearl paragraph video guides that I've posted here are for those of you who have not yet turned in your paragraph. If you're looking for a little bit of extra help as you are working on them, there are two video links here that take you to YouTube. So I just wanted to post those and let you know, the paragraph's not going away just because you haven't handed it in doesn't mean it's like going to disappear. You're still responsible for it. So keep that in mind. There's a couple of video guides here for you. The Pearl Socratic seminar prompts with page numbers. Most of you have already bookmarked this to some degree. And it's got possible page numbers for evidence for these discussion prompts. As you can see, like number 1 is chock full of possibilities here. Some of them are kind of long, like 55 through 60, 38 through 39. That's not so long, but some of them are going to ask you to do some digging. And the digging is part of the skill that we've been trying to develop in you so that you can dig into some text, find what you're looking for, and present it. In this case, it's not a presentation of evidence in writing, but it's a presentation of evidence out loud as part of a discussion. But a lot of the same rules and techniques still apply. The concepts of maybe a transition, but definitely lead-ins, definitely attributive tags, your ability to analyze some evidence to support whatever it is that you're trying to support, which is, based on the prompt that you have selected. So, they're all here. This is mostly what you're going to be working on today, trying to find 3 or 4 pieces of evidence to support an answer for the prompt. And you're responsible for 3 of those prompts. 2 of them are going to be on Wednesday, 2 of them on Thursday, and there's a one on the Tuesday when we get back from the Memorial Day weekend break. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to earn credit. You get credit for your participation in the discussion on the inside circle, and you also get credit for your ability to be a good audience member and someone who gives good feedback to those who took part in the discussion. That's on the outside of the circle, so you'll get equal chances to be a participant and an audience member as well. The only one that doesn't have any page numbers is number 7. So that one will be more on you than some of the others. In terms of, what are you looking for? Some of it comes from the page numbers in the book, and I just wanted to offer one as an example. So let's say for a moment that you are working on number 6. Most classes have not selected number 6, but maybe you're working on number 6, and this one, number 6, is about, what's the Pearl really about? Like, at its heart, what would you say the Pearl is about? Is it about education? Is it about revolution? Is it about subjugation? And there's this moment on page 70. See if I can find it again fairly quickly. 70. Kino and Wana are like on the run. I think it's like it's kind of close to the beginning of chapter 6. And, they've been on the run for the night, and looks like they have stopped to rest for a little while. And Wana did some cooking, or at least offered up the corn cakes that Juan Tomas's wife Apollonia had made. And there's this moment, it's the second time that we've seen a reference to ants, and I thought, this is a good one. I like this as a reference to the Pearl being a story about subjugation. And you think, Kino is trying to break out of this mold that is kind of held he and his family and really like all of his people in for a long time. And there's this column of ants. He's just sitting on the ground. Here it is right here. Kino sat on the ground and stared at the earth in front of him. He watched the ants moving, a little column of them near to his foot, and he put his foot in their path. Then the column climbed over his instep and continued on its way. And Kino left his foot there and watched them move over it. And for me, not very many people are going to use this as a piece of evidence. Maybe it could come up later in something else. But for me, this little moment right here, it's like, Kino is trying to move mountains, so to speak, metaphorically speaking. He wants what's best for his family. He wants the most out of the pearl that he can get. He wants the things that he wants now that he's dreamt of them. And it's a possibility if only he could just sell that pearl. But there's just so many things that he can't control. And in fact, he can't even stop these ants. They don't even go around his foot. They just go right over him, right over him. And it's what's been going on in this book all along. And for me, if you're working on number 6, this idea of this column of ants that just walks right over Kino's foot, doesn't even go around it. You can't stop anything. You just can't stop anything. For lots of people, in terms of, how are you going to mark that up? If you're working on number 6 and say you dedicated purple for number 6, then it would simply be a matter of finding that spot again, just putting a sticky note right next to some of the text. They may not be perfect, but if you could put the sticky note right next to the text, you could even just put the number of the prompt and just a brief note to yourself, like number 6, ants. It could be as simple as that. And of course, you would want it to kind of stick out. I got this upside down, but no big deal. You would want it to stick out from the book so that you could easily find it when you needed it for that discussion. Look, and that's one piece of evidence you might be able to bring up as part of this text-based discussion centered on these prompts. You want to do that. You want to have at least 3 of those sticky notes for each prompt that you're responsible for. And remember, everyone is responsible for number 1. So you get the 2 prompts that you have been assigned. You've chosen them, but you've been assigned them. They're either happening on Wednesday or they're happening on Thursday. And everybody gets number 1 as well. So as you consider what the best pieces of evidence are, the PDF with all the page number possibilities is something you're going to want to have at your elbow as you dig through the book looking for evidence for this Socratic seminar. That's going to be your job today. The book, the PDF with page numbers on it, the sticky notes that are up here by the camera. My suggestion is try to color code your prompts so that you can find what you're looking for. Do a better job of writing properly on the sticky note so that it's not upside down like I did. And yeah, do your best to find evidence for these particular prompts. I'm sure Mr. Harold will be able to help you in any way. And we'll see you soon.